Now is Devon Cone. She's an advocate for women and girls at Refugees International. Devon, great to have you, great to see you. So the numbers have dropped dramatically, yet the border remains a focal point in this political debate. Why do you think this issue is still so polarizing here in the United States for Americans?
Well, I think because first of all, Donald Trump has made it an issue that, he's whipped up fear amongst people around this issue. And like your reporter said, there's not really the evidence to suggest that certainly immigrants or people that come across the border commit more crimes. Actually, they commit less crimes than natural born American citizens. And they can be good for the economy as well. So I think it's an easy way to get a lot of attention and a lot of fear about this issue. But that's why I think it's become such a important issue in this election. I also think that those numbers have changed dramatically since the Biden-Harris administration put in some new regulations. But what I do think is really important to note is that uh, the term open border is used often, and there's been nothing about this border that has been open for either administration, either the Trump administration prior to Biden's administration or this Biden-Harris administration. So, it's misleading to say it's an open border.
And I think, Devin, it's fair to say that this issue of immigration varies from state to state because just about an hour ago, I had my producer, Ilyas Afji, out here on the streets of DC asking locals about what they think who can solve the immigration issue. And this is what they told him. Have a listen.
I think Harris understands how important immigration is. We need immigrants to do work here. We need to treat people with respect and understand why they're here. And to throw them out into unknown places without support is unacceptable. We rely very heavily on immigrant labor to fill jobs, whether they're unskilled or skilled. And so, is it an issue? Maybe, but it's a two-sided coin.
All right. So who do you think is going to be the best in this issue, Trump or Harris?
Harris.
I think I think Harris will be, but I think that clearly Biden has not done a very good job. He hasn't made it much better.
Trump and his minions make it out to be. It needs to be addressed, but not in the way that they're proposing.
So, Devin, it seems to me here in DC, this issue is not as polarizing as it is in states like Arizona.
Yeah, well, for sure. I mean, I think the people that commented were exactly right that immigration can fuel the economy, and we just have to, do it in an organized, dignified fashion. Which the bill that was proposed would do that. It would adjudicate cases quicker. It would give more border security resources, resources for the border security. But I do think that. It's not as polarizing in DC because there's more nuance to it than Donald Trump and even both campaigns make it seem out to be. I also think Harris, for example, she knows that she hasn't been seen as being tough on this issue. So I think that she will actually be very tough on immigration from the southern border, which, I think she has a need to do so politically. So I think, we'll see what happens, but certainly this issue of immigration has been one of the key political issues in this election, and I think it is getting more attention than maybe it deserves. Because quite honestly, like I said, it hasn't been an open border. There are measures in place, and we just need more resources to support the measures that are already in place on the border.